Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished participants, it is my delight to welcome all of you to the University of Nairobi. The mission of the university is to provide quality university education and training to embody the aspirations of the Kenyan people and the global community through creation, preservation, integration, transmission, and utilization of knowledge. In pursuance to its mission, the university has been holding annual international academic conferences. And the current conference on the status of African women has employed the theme, Women Economic Empowerment, Theories and Practice. Under the aegis of the broad theme of the economic empowerment of women. And this has drawn scholars involved in research in political, social, and economic empowerment of women to determine that there is need to improve the social and political status of women in Kenya, in Africa, and the world in general. Through research, it has been established that the female gender, despite government interventions of various kinds, continue to face subjugation and systematic oppression. This conference, then, will provide an opportunity for networking among scholars from various backgrounds and enable the participants to share practical solutions for achieving women's economic empowerment, both at local, national, and regional levels. There has been voices raised at different fora on women's empowerment. It is here at the University of Nairobi, for instance, that the 4th UN Women's Conference, or the Forum 85, was held. That forum indicated that women are about half the population in the world. Even with such an acute understanding and knowledge, the sad reality still prevails. In society and the world in which we live, women are often not given any part or role to play as decision makers in any of the professions. It is our expectations that the conference will share on the necessary steps to allow women take up their roles, because to expect the world to grow when the decision makers, which in our patriarchal society are only men, making decisions on behalf of women without even comprehending or even beginning to understand the struggles in a woman's life. Ladies and gentlemen, empowerment is a very wide term. However, it will be important to unpack the meaning with the general idea of empowerment, however, as the inclusion of others who are often neglected in the decision-making process. In this case, inclusion and acceptance of women in such a role is empowerment. It is not so long ago that the role of women in society, as decided by men, was to run a household, getting married at a young age, and the attendant problems like dowry and tolerating many forms of abuses in married life. Many of us in independent Kenya have assumed that this is the right approach to life. We are flummoxed when we see women stepping outside homes to work and earn a living to support themselves and their families. Evidently, the rules and the way of functioning in modern times must shift. Of course, this shift will not be overnight. Any change is slow and gradual. The first step must be to acknowledge women's contribution to the economic sphere and create more opportunities for them. As should be the case for any sector, we at the university must make space for women at corporate, IT, culinary, law, banking, creative, and performing arts level. I dare say that we run courses in the mentioned disciplines, and we must mentor more women to train more in these disciplines. Given the gradual shift in accepting empowerment, this conference must help us understand and in practical ways demonstrate the various ways that empowerment should take. This may include suggesting that empowerment is when women are represented as evolved and worthy beings in the media instead of in the regressive way. Economic empowerment comes about when they are treated as contributors in the same way as men are and paid accordingly without any discrimination. It is important here to state that educational empowerment is very crucial because education is truly a leveler and it can place all people on an equal footing. As scholars, we must aim to foster education for all because when one is educated, it should not matter whether they are men or women as long as they get the job done. Further, it is these educated girls who become women, self-confident, filled with intellect and conscience, who excel in every field and can also become heads of department and decision makers. Education, therefore, is a great tool to empower women as it will bridge all other gaps in our society. And we as a nation, we shall prosper. And that is why education should not be denied to girls, which is still an unfortunate truth in many parts of Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, with those few remarks, I wish to declare this conference officially open and wish you all a very fruitful engagement during the days of the conference. Thank you, and God bless you.